Well, hello, and welcome to to the Third Powers behind the scenes chat. As you can see, I'm here all by myself, having to hold it down because my girl T Lynn is feeling a little under the weather. But I got you, T, and I hope you feel better, girl, because you got to come back. You can't leave me out here like this. So, hello, Alan. Hello, Alan, our number one fan. We appreciate you so much as well. So, I'm really excited about this continued conversation that we're about to have with Jamie because it got cut short. Cut short a couple of weeks ago when we had a full pack show on one of our Monday night shows. So, welcome to the show, Jamie. Welcome, welcome.
Hello.
How are you?
I am good. It is good to be back again. How are you?
I'm good. I didn't want to say your last name because wasn't remembering if it was Gunter or Gunther. So I was like, let me not just mess up. So,
You know what? It's okay. It is so common. It is Gunter, but it's so many people who've known me for years mess it up. They always add an H. So it'd be
right,
like Gunther, like from
right.
the South or something.
And I was
So it's
thinking
okay.
Gunther, and I was no, that's not it. So I got you now, Jamie Gunter.
Yes.
All right, so let's just continue this conversation that we started in the beginning. Tell us a little bit more about you and the organization you started, and let's go from there.
Okay. Yes, I started an organization called A.W.A.R.D. It stands for Acknowledging the Worth and Rewarding the Disabled. I started this organization after I was declared legally blind at the age of 24. And once I got myself back together and finally decided to enter back into society, it was like I got an outlook on how the disabled was treated kind of negatively, and there was always a stereotype about disabled people and how we supposed to behave and act. And it just came off as like just very negative and rude. And
Yeah.
it made it seem like they was crippling us. They was making us be in this one category of our disability.
Hmm.
So I wanted to have an organization that would shed outlook on us beside our disability.
Yes.
So it would just acknowledge us for who we are, not for our disability, because at the end of the day, we are still who we are. Our
Hmm.
disability is just an attribute to us.
Hmm.
We don't have to live by that disability. We just got to work a little harder to accomplish our goals. So that's how Award House basically came. I just wanted to shed light on the disability community. And I wanted to lead by example. And I wanted to let everybody know if I did it with all my 50 million issues, then you
Right.
can do it too.
Exactly. Exactly. So, award house. How rewarding has it been for you?
You know what? To be honest with you, Award House is my baby. It's a healing. It was also done for healing for me because at the time when I started Award House, I was at my lowest. I didn't know where I wanted to go. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. I didn't
Right.
know anything,
Hmm.
because once something so much as your eyesight just changes in a blink of an eye, it strips everything about you.
Yes.
So
Hmm.
it's just like, okay, I can start this organization, I can help others, but most importantly, I'll be healing in the process.
That's right. Because out of pain comes purpose.
Yes, and every step of the way, as I've told my story and ministered to other people through Award House, it was like I was being okay. I was getting more comfortable with myself. And then when people start telling me, oh my goodness, your story is powerful, you helped me, it was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I found my purpose, and my purpose was to minister through others through my pain that I was feeling inside, because it's other
Right.
people who were feeling that pain as well.
So instead of sitting back and saying, why me, say, why not me? And let me do something about it and
And you know what?
change some lives.
To be honest, that why me was always, it's always in the back of my
Always. Okay.
always. It never goes away because it's like I haven't got to a place in my life where I am accepting who I am, but I'm comfortable. So because I haven't accepted who I am, that question of why me will always be in the back of my head. Why did I have to go through this? Why did, at a point in my life, did you decide to strip away my eyesight? Like, what is that? What are you trying to get me to see? Because it's a
Because
purpose
he's
behind it.
using you. He's using you at this very moment for Award House so that you can
Yeah.
continue to shed light and help others. He's using you right now for this purpose, for this day, right now, to move other people forward. So it takes sometimes, like we just said, your pain to define your purpose. And he knew that he can trust you with the challenge to move others and help others and bring more understanding and awareness and sensitivity and empathy and sympathy to this whole community of disabled people. Because you're right, we oftentimes society does look at people with disabilities either like, oh, so sorry, or putting them in the box, right? So
Yeah.
that's a your purpose is, and that's why you.
Yeah. Because I didn't want to
Yeah.
live in a box. I don't, if you were around me 24/7, if you just saw me out in public and stuff,
Yeah.
you would not know that I was legally blind because
Right.
I don't carry my walking stick. I don't have a CNI dog. And it's because I don't want that negative tension. I don't want you to look at me like, oh, I constantly need your help. I need your pity. I don't need it. If I don't ask you for anything, I don't want it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I don't want to be in that box. I don't want to be trapped in that one place. I want to
Mm-hmm.
be able to flourish because I have children that looking up to me. And I don't want them to think that, oh, my mommy has a disability, so she doesn't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm your superhero. I'm going to do whatever I can.
Right. Awesome. Awesome. So tell me some of the, I know COVID hit, and this whole pandemic has us all kind of shut down and things shutting down. How has that affected you and the organization, or you as a whole?
You honestly, COVID hasn't really affected me personally, you know, but it has put a hold on a lot of things that I wanted to do as far as my organization, as far as getting it out there more to people. And it was a couple events that I wanted to have, like some networking events. And so everything like that has been put on hold because you cannot be in, so many places with a lot of people. So it's kind of just made it a little slower process for me versus getting my organization out in the public and getting more people to recognize Award House for what it is and what it does.
Yeah. Well, if there's anything that we can do here at B3rdPower, you can call on us because we definitely support the mission. We believe in the vision, and we definitely want to help you get that information out there.
And I appreciate you guys and just by you guys having me on your podcast and everything. It's been a breath of fresh air. It has brought so much light to the organization, and it's also given me an opportunity for people to hear my story other than on YouTube or on Facebook. You're
Yeah.
just hearing me talk about it live and everything.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, is there anything else you want to share with us? Because I'm interested in knowing a little bit more about some of your future goals with it. And is there anything that you need from people right now?
Um, I'm pretty much an open book, so whatever anybody asks me, I pretty much answer it. And I'll be truthful and honest about everything that I went through in my life and the struggles due to my disability. So that pretty much is the open door. Um, and pretty much my goals is just to really build Award House and continue to minister to others through my testimony.
Hmm.
I want to become an empowerment coach. I want to just go travel all over the world, tell my story, and just try to help others by example,
Yeah.
basically. And then I have a couple books that I'm working on. So that's the next step in me is just to get these books out here so people can really understand and get deeper into the healing aspect of me being 24 to 34 and that in between of
Yeah,
how I healed and how I came to be comfortable with who I am.
that's right. Write that book, girl. That's right. Write that book. I
I
love it.
got a couple things that I'm working on. Well, a lot of things really. I have a lot of things in my head. I'm going back to school to get my master's in
Hmm.
psychology of
Hmm.
applied behavior. So
Okay.
I can really get into the minds of people, and that way I can really help them a little better by knowing exactly how they operate in their mind.
Yeah, because we have to understand people. Because I tell you,
Yeah.
we are a bunch. I tell you.
And we all have so many different layers to us. So
Yeah.
it's like when you peel back one, then you peel back another one. It's like, oh my goodness, like
Yeah.
it's just so much information to learn about people.
You
And
can
it's
learn
very
something from
fascinating.
people like every day. Like you, I just love studying people. I love studying how they respond, how some people respond, how some people don't respond, how their behaviors and why. I love studying people. I'll sit back and just watch.
And that's so good because we can learn something from everything is a learning lesson.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah,
like what somebody else does, you look back and like, no, I'm not going to do that. But then
yeah.
as you learn about it, you be like, I can understand why
I
they
can
did
understand why they did it. Right. Yeah, yeah. I love it. I love it.
that.
So if you had one, let's say, one thing that you would like for our audience to know about people with disabilities, maybe one or two things that you would like for people to know about specifically within your organization, what would those one or two things be?
Wow. Don't think of us as being crippled or handicapped. That's most
Okay.
important because we don't want to be pitied.
Mm, that's a
We
good
don't
one.
want to be a constant reminder of our disability because we are already dealing with the issues of that. So we
Hmm.
don't want you to focus on that. We want you to get to know us for who we are.
Hmm. Now
And
the people Now, the people that are within your organization, is it that you're in coaching them, or you what are you doing, or is it just you going out and empowering
yeah,
them?
it's a little bit of both.
Okay.
I want to be able to do both and do more. As my company again begins to evolve, I
Yeah.
want to be able to empower people. I want to do the life skill development where I can
Okay.
bring you into my organization and say, for instance, you want to go back to school, but you don't know where you can go to get the help that you need. So I want to
Okay.
be that type of person where I can say, okay, this is a government facility who deals with people with disabilities, and they'll help you and provide you with all the technology, everything that you need so that you can get through school successfully.
Okay. So do you so what was I about to say? I have a lady at work. She's legally blind. As a matter of fact, I got off the phone with her today, and it's very discouraging because COVID, with the pandemic and everything hit. Of course, there's nothing for her to do at home.
Right.
All of her
Yeah.
equipment is at work. Her braille machine, everything that we have for her computer that actually reads the mail for her that she delivers for us, um, is she doesn't have that at home. There's no way for her to deliver the mail. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
this is really a hard time for her right now because she doesn't have anything else to do, and working was pretty much her joy. She had been blind all her life. She's been blind all her life. So I just talked to her today, and she was just saying how hard this is for her because
Yeah,
there's
it,
nothing.
it is
Yeah.
extremely hard for somebody to be trapped inside a house and not have anything to do.
Hmm.
Um, I would encourage her to maybe reach out to some blind support groups. I know we
Yeah.
have a lot of them in Michigan, and I'm not sure if she can be able to see them because of COVID. But a talk on the phone will do a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. It will. She and I
Maybe
and
she
I
can have
talk to her
one person
often.
come to her house.
Yeah, and I go by her house. She loves to do crafts. So
Oh,
I'll go by the house and sort her crafts and everything for her so that she can print the little braille stickers and label them, so that she'll know what has white beads and yellow beads and red beads. Because she loves to craft and she is absolutely amazing with it. I mean, amazing with it. Yeah, she can do all kinds of needlepoint and
wow.
what do they call it? Crocheting of
Yes.
blankets. She's just really, really good with it.
And that is so amazing when, when I got into this situation, I was like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? I
Yeah.
can't do anything without sight. What
Hmm.
am I going to do? And I find myself being better at things now than what I was before. And it
Right.
amazes people who know me. They be so surprised at the things I do. Like I cook. I love to cook. I
Hmm.
do the skirts, with the braiding, and
Yeah.
I do the hair, my hair. Like people be like, "Oh my goodness!" And you can do all this with limited vision, and I'm like, "Yes, these
Yes.
are things that make me happy. Like these
Right.
are things that I can honestly do and feel good about."
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. And she's totally like that. She belongs to the Federation for the Blind, National Federation for the Blind, NFB. I know
Yes.
she, yeah, okay. I know she belongs to that. So, do you have any partnerships going on? Maybe thinking about a partnership with them?
Um, I have been looking into a couple of organizations that deal with the blind. So I do want to partner up with a lot of different organizations, especially those who are in the works of helping adolescents.
Oh, okay.
Art is really with the children because I find myself when you with around the older generation, they're basically stuck in their ways.
Yeah, they are.
It's kind of hard to really break them
Yeah.
out of things. So I feel like if I could just work with adolescents who are disabled, who want to better themselves and do certain things, I think would be more better. It'll be
Okay.
more
Yeah,
helpful.
definitely. And that's where your organization will be unique because, you'll specifically target like that audience. So, yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
And those are the ones who really need the love the most because
Yeah.
people who are older, they're kind of like okay with it. They have accepted this. It's like a norm to them. But
Mm-hmm.
those of us who kind of are new to the game
Mm-hmm.
are struggling the most.
Yeah.
And we're at a
Yeah.
loss the most because when you add on a disability and having to deal with that, then you have depression and a lot of other things that come along with it. So it's like, let me help the adolescents because I've been depressed about my disability. I'm learning about my disability, and we can just go through the process together.
Yeah, and maybe this will be a great opportunity for you to, like you were talking about, when people want jobs and everything, but also to go out to small businesses and talk to them about making sure that they have the reasonable accommodations for people with disabilities.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, of course, federal government, that's where I'm at. Of course, we have those types of reasonable accommodations. We have to legally, we cannot not have it. So we have those accommodations. But oftentimes you'll get to like small businesses and they don't have that kind of stuff, and they don't hire, and not that they do it on purpose. They would never say that, right? But they
Right.
just don't have the accommodations. And maybe that's something you could do too, is go out and talk to those small businesses about the importance of, having that diverse field of people with disabilities. They still have something to bring to the table.
Yes, because there was this organization who works with rehabilitating the
Hmm.
blind people and people with other disabilities. So I reached out to them, and I actually was getting ready to start doing some things with them as far as life skill development and
Oh,
helping their adolescents with just the basic norms around the house. But then, of course, COVID hit, so it's like everything just kind of got at
yeah,
a standstill. So it's just hard with the way the world is right now and trying
yeah.
to really help people.
Oh, well, I'm truly impressed. I really am. I love it. And I love the acronym Award House. I love it. The whole acronym, say it for us again.
Acknowledging the worth, rewarding the disabled.
Yes, I love it. I love it. So
Yes, and
tell
it took
us.
me so long to figure that out. Like, it took me forever to come up with a name, and I'm like, I don't want nothing just simple and plain. And it's like, it
Right.
just came out of nowhere.
But it's perfect. It really is, and it's so rewarding. I love it. I love it. So,
Thank
tell me,
you.
tell me, do we have the social media? No, it's not up yet. Okay, so go ahead and give us your social media contact information.
So I
YouTube
am on
Award House. Okay, I
Facebook, of
got
course. Jamie Gunter on Facebook, and or you can go at Award House A period W period A period R period D house on Facebook, and it should also pop up that way. If not, you can do a quick search on Jamie Gunter, and it should pop up under that as well. I also have a YouTube channel where I do the video blogs, and I share my story and testimony, and that is actually under Award House as well.
you.
And you can type in my name, Jamie, and it's under my mom's last name, so Cato. So you can just type in Jamie Cato, and it'll come up like that. And Cato is spelled Cato.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. So yeah, I did see where he put up the YouTube name and everything. So that's great. I'm gonna make sure that we have everything shared. I just sent you a friend request on Facebook as well.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so you'll see that from Sherry Cook. So I'm so excited that you were able to join us again. And
Uh huh.
if there's anything that you want to come back and talk to us about, feel free to send us an email so that we can make sure that we, schedule some time to get you on.
Okay, thank you so much, and I really do appreciate this opportunity. And I hope T. Lynn feels so much better.
I know, right? It's
Yes,
got to be the weather and the ups and downs with the weather.
yes.
And like you said, it was warm one minute, and then
Mm-hmm.
the next minute, some days it's chilly out, and so yeah, she needs to do a little bit of self care right now and just and
Right.
chill out. Yeah.
Yes.
When I get off of here, believe me, I'm hitting the sheets. I'm going to bed. I'm
Me
exhausted.
too. Yes.
Yeah, I'm exhausted. I see you. How your daughter is walking by behind you every once in a while.
Yes, yes, yes. My
Is
little
that the
assistant.
assistant?
Yes.
All right. So you have an amazing evening. Thank you for joining us again.
You too. Anytime, anytime.
All right. Well, that's B3rd Powers behind the scenes chat here with Jamie Gunter with Award House A period W period A period R period D period house. So we love the mission, we love the vision, and we will definitely be having you come back and joining us. Have an amazing evening, and thank you to all our listeners. Make sure you like, love, and share, like T always tells you guys. Make sure that you like, love, and share the video because this is for somebody. Somebody needs to hear this. Someone, it may not be you, it may be someone that you know. Um,
Yeah.
Yes, so we definitely want to get the word out. And oh, and I don't know if we mentioned, but Jamie is in the D, right? She's in
Yes,
Detroit.
I am in
So
Detroit. Yes. So
yes,
come and check me out.
yes. So she is in the D. I know we're based here in the DMV, but we're all over. We're a worldwide show. So we thank Jamie for taking the time to bring us Award House, and maybe we can get an Award House organization started right here in the DMV.
Best, best. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
I want to be nationally one day.
That's right. That's right. Big dreams, big things. Indeed. Indeed. All right, you guys. So you guys have an amazing, amazing Wednesday evening. Yeah, it's one of those evenings that we're gonna and Jamie said it earlier. I'm gonna get some tea with some lemon and I'm going to bed. All right. All right, Jamie. I'll see you later.
Okay, see you guys.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye bye.